nation, you citizens, receive your turnaround. When you enter into your pantries will look at you and they will begin to multiply. They will see God in us. I welcome you to this nation. Welcome to God's Word Embassy Church nation. You citizens, receive your turnaround. When you enter into your pantries will look at you and they will begin to multiply. They will see God in us. I welcome you to this nation. Welcome to God's Word Embassy Church nation. You citizens, receive your turnaround. That Jesus, what a blessed night, what a season the Lord has given opportunity that I am live on this platform. I believe God designed it for a reason, and I'm sure that those who are going to join us, you shall be able to learn and get understanding. Family clinic is something that is very important in the church and in the society at large, because it helps to bring stability to the people and give understanding for proper guidance in our lives as an individual, and to also promote family union that brings better society. So today, join me as I give my own teaching, and don't forget to ask your questions if you have any question. It might be from the previous teachings or from today's teaching, or something that is bothering your heart, be it family related or otherwise. Knowledge shared is very important for development of a society or a community or a nation or people. So permit me today, if you have not invited, to request you, if you have not invited someone, you have not let someone know that we are live, that Prophetess Dr. Justina is live today herself. I am live on the studio. Please do that quickly. Let someone know that we are live. We are live and ready to pick up. So if you have not shared, share it very quickly. If you have not tell a friend to tell a friend. Make it a chain. I want to see the numbers so that we can do this and God will bless us. Don't forget, asking question is also very vital. Make sure you have your question around you. Today I want to share a topic that some people have been asking me, quite a number of people have asked me, and in my meditation season this morning, the Lord allowed me to pick up that topic to answer those questions. And the topic today is reason why marriage is failing. We are experiencing a lot of marital failure. This marital failure is becoming very alarming because it's even right inside the church. And so many Christians has asked me so many questions in regarding the reason why marriage fails. I have always said this, that there is no exact prescription for marital issues. Reason being that individually we are different in character, we are different in actions and reactions. So with this, we are limited within ourselves in the scope of marriage. But there are guidelines that have become obvious through research and studying of behaviors in marital issues that can be looked into and be profound as a guide for people to learn and to understand before entering into marriage itself. I once made a statement to people who are close to me, I don't know if I've made it online, that imagine in the beginning of the Bible, there was a story we were told about a man called Adam. Adam was created by God, owned by God. God was his father, the mother, the brother, and everything you could think of as a family. And he was placed in the Garden of Eden, according to the story. And God himself realized he needed a companion, someone to have a fellowship with in a human form. And God granted that wish of his. Remember, it is God who wished for him. It is God who noticed that he was lonely. And God made a provision to tackle the loneliness in the life of Adam by bringing Eve into the life of Adam. So God originally is the one who was the priest. He's the one who was the father, the mother of the... There was no one else that instituted the marriage of Adam and Eve. Yet, that marriage had its own issue and default. So that is one reason for you to know. If God was the pastor who made the marriage, and yet there was a problem that cropped out of it, it's a sign to tell you that marriage is not an ordinary two people living together and pastor releasing a word of prayer on them. It is deeper. And if you look at the situation they faced together, in as much as they had problem in that marriage, one thing that was constant is that they lived together. They had problem. The husband even accused the wife of the reason of his failure, and still they lived together. One of the reasons why they achieved that, I will say it at the end of my submission on this topic. And I want you to pay very close attention to this, because we have a lot of splints out there. There is a lot of single men and a lot of single women who are desiring to get married desperately, who are really, really troubled about their marital status, and they are also believing God for a miracle to have a spouse, which is very good. Even in my own time, I got to a point where I thought that it was not proper for me to continue being single. I don't know if it's an intuition or it is something God had programmed in our life to be like that. But I think at that point, I did an extreme exercise of prayer, fasting, consultation, and I went also in study. That helped me to a great extent. So today, the reason why marriages are failing, I have listed 6 things that through research and proper studying and through actions and reaction has been proven that it is affecting the stability of marriage in our society, be it in Christianity, be it in other religion, be it in global world. These 6 things has a role they are playing, if not in all parts of the world, but major part of the world. Number 1 reason why marriages are failing. When you marry for the wrong reason, you build on a bad ground. One of the first reasons that kills marriage and makes it not to last or prosperous is when you marry for the wrong reasons. When you marry because it is a society thing and you are not spiritually, physically prepared for marriage. Marriage is something you must think through, prepare yourself psychologically, emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. You have to prepare yourself. If you don't prepare yourself in these categories, you will be surprised with marriage. You can date a man for 10 years, but you might find it difficult to live with that man 3 years after marriage, because marriage is a deeper commitment compared to dating. And during dating, you have the ability to cover up so many things. But in marriage, where you live together, it is difficult for man to pretend for too long. The moment you stay together, the reality of what you are or who you are will betray you in marriage. So never you consider yourself getting married for the wrong reasons. Don't sit down and imagine my elder sister is married, my elder brother is married, my cousin is married, everybody in the church, in my department is married, and for this reason, I think I should be married. You will know that they are married. Outside, their life is not the same inside. Don't use because of self-beauty to feel like now my waist is beautiful, I have good shape, I am ripe for marriage. Because you might get into marriage and be pregnant, and your body system will betray your beauty, and you will look like an old woman that you never thought you had inside of you. Don't use because you are a sweet talker to seduce a lady to marry you and think you have won a victory. It's a matter of time. It will show that you weren't ready before you made that decision. Unready spouse is a benchmark for marital destruction. Don't coerce a lady to get settled down when her mind has not prepared to be settled. Don't coerce a man to get settled down when their mind has not tapped into that intelligence that they ought to have been married, and they have to prepare themselves for the possible things that marriage entails. Don't. Stop being agitated. Stop feeling that marriage is a proper covering or a way of escape from shame, reproach, and some other things that society might have suggested to you. And by this basic of suggestion, you decide to walk into marriage. A man can tell you they love you, and yet it is love for sex, not love for marriage. And you can mistake that utterances and begin to build a wall, a house, a home where there is nothing to build. You must be very, very sure that you are getting into marriage for the right reason, with the right person, with the same vision and ambitions and objectives. Unfortunately, we have a lot of pretenders these days. Pretenders who pretend to be in the same objective with you, but never plan to execute their own part of the objective. So most men are being betrayed by women, and majority of men are betraying women. If you enter into marriage today, sincerely speaking, and decide to come up with a strategy to ask those who are in marriage, 70 to 100% of them, if they are comfortable being married to their spouse that they prayed for, they fasted for, they gave testimony about, and what not, you will be surprised in the ratio of 100 that majority might not be satisfied with where they are. And if you trace the reason, most often it is wrong reasons that brought them together. Because some people are getting married by coincidental sex. And because of the necessity of that sex and maybe having a child or being pregnant, they intend to settle to live together with no the same direction, the same focus and anything. One of the things that kills people more is marital issues. If you don't be careful before you make a decision, it will destroy your mental health. It will keep you frustrated. It will keep you depressed. It will keep you demoralized. It will keep you to become a nuisance to your own self. It is deep. So you can't take a decision of marriage in a haste. You must put all protocols, all observation, all intents has to be put together well on a scale. Make a proper decision to avoid the wrong reason for settling down. Women are weeping in marriage. Men are weeping in marriage. We brought it upon ourselves by not making a good analysis of our spouse before we enter into it. So if you are yet unmarried, do your own diligent work. Like I said in the beginning, you can't get everything perfect, but at least ensure that you are not fully surprised when you enter into a marriage. Have some understanding that I foresaw, maybe not in this magnitude, but I could perceive at this level what I am seeing today or what I will see in the future. It will help your memory or your mental health not to go bizarre. May God give you understanding. I pray that people are getting this understanding. I pray. I know I did not announce that I was going to be live today, but those who are diligent and faithful in following will definitely tune in to be blessed by this revelation. And also, I believe if they have their notification on, they should also receive notification that it's a live program and not a premium. Okay, we move forward. Number 2, reason why marriage is failing. When you are not responsible financially, you suffocate the marriage. Marital irresponsibility is a marriage destroyer. Marriage is not one-sided. Marriage is supposed to be a collaboration of 2 adults ensuring to be responsible. Marriage cannot be effectively run without money. It's not possible. You can liken your wife to be a witch because of lack of money. Because when you don't have money to spend as you ought to meet the needs of the family, your wife will develop a frustrating character. And that can make you assume she's a witch. And when your husband is not able to meet the responsibility of finance, that is a big problem for a woman, because a woman is used to the women they understand the language of receiving. They want to receive and receive and receive. They are not good givers. So when a marriage is suffering from financial responsibility, it is going to crash, if not in total, but cracks will be visible in that marriage. There is no woman who does not know how to call sweet names. There is no man who does not know how to pamper their woman. But when you don't have the finance that requires those services, you will become a monster in your own marriage. There is no way you don't know the birthday of your wife. You do know. But even if you know that her birthday is a certain day and you don't have the priority cash, you will pretend like you are not aware. These are avenues that you ought to use to rebuild the quality of marriage. Anniversaries, birthdays, children's birthday, functions of so many things that has memorial events or sentimental joy between the two of you. But when you don't have that money, you will kill every joy that ought to come between the two of you. When there is no financial responsibility that is adequate between the both parties, I am not saying the man should be more rich, the woman should be more rich. Everybody needs to have what we call cash flow. The cash flow should not be centered to the men. The cash flow should not be centered to the women. A man who took a responsibility to go into marriage should have the same mindset to create wealth. It is as clear as it ought to be. Adam was doing some job for God before he got into women or marriage. Before he got into marriage, he was a tenderer, he was a gardener, he was keeping it. So you as a man, when you enter into marriage, don't fold your hands as if you have achieved a big success. No, it is the beginning of achieving success. Because that marriage is not going to end between you and the woman. It's going to produce children. Today we have radical children, we have disrespectful children, we have children who are self-independent and they can easily decide what to do and what not to do because of broken families and parents not being able to build their family properly. We have wounded youths on the street. What has been produced in the last 30 years, in the last 35 years, is nothing but hurting kids by the decision of our parent. Many of us today in this age group has been hurt by the fact that our father can't pay our school fees, our mother can't pay our school fees. We have to depend on society bursary or frustrating ourselves, going to every uncle and aunties or people who ought not to be responsible for your fees. No child made an application for him or her to be born. So when you get into marriage, you should be responsible enough. That's why I frown at men who will say, I can't do this dirty job because I have class and you are broke. Whatever it takes a man or a woman to put food on the table to be responsible for their family should be embraced. You will save your children from society harassment. You will save your children from robbery, from prostitution from condescending attitude that they shouldn't do if they have proper upkeeps. It is shameful, but this is our reality. And if nobody is talking it, I'm sorry, I'm saying it. Because until we fix things, things don't get themselves fixed. We are the ones to fix. And I say this fixing has to start from church. We church leaders, we church guidance, we church counselors, we church leadership, we must come up with the truth to share to our members, to the society, and to as many that it concerns. Don't go and plan a wedding of 1 million when you don't have a business of 100,000. Don't raise money to buy a wedding gown when you are not able to start something that can give you cash flow. So I want us to know that we owe each other equal responsibility. I am not for the party that says a man should feed a woman. You are not a cripple, and even if you are a cripple, there are cripples who are doing football, cricket, I don't know what they call those things they play, and they are doing well. So you can be an exceptional cripple. Money out of hand, money without in a marriage, not having money in a marriage is living in hell. Hey, some people will not talk to me again. They will say this mama has come with a problem. You people are the one who was looking for me. Say I should come live on Family Clinic. And life I am. Life I have come. See me here. It is very important for us to be truthful and honest. Right in this Kenya, if we use it as a statistics, or close to 60% of women are the one taking care of the children they shared relationship with. Imagine a full-grown man get into a relationship, get into a marital form of a relationship, impregnate a woman, deny the pregnancy even with an obvious look of the child replicating the man, move forward to have other women. Some men have more than 3 children they have impregnated and they don't pay fees. They don't take care of their responsibility. They don't talk to the children. The children have to call their mother to say, do I have a daddy? Can I see my daddy? When will my daddy come? The daddy needs to be persuaded to talk to the son. Really? The time for school fees, you can't pay. This child needs to be on the road, crying, trying to look for what he never applied for, that you matured adults applied for. That is inhuman. Inhuman. Many girls are training their own children. Community are training your children that you sat down and decided to bring through. Not because you are dead, not because you are sick, not because you are mad, just because you are irresponsible. You have refused to be responsible to cater for your own deliberate choice of life. Whether you are a pastor, whether you are a pastoress, whether you are a man of what, whatever you are in any category, once you choose a woman, get cash flow. It is very bad for the husband to be working so hard and the wife will say, I'm a full housewife. That is so mean. It is very bad. That is pure wickedness. You don't know how anything is done because you are a woman. Surely. The women we saw in the Bible, they didn't behave that manner. They had things to say about themselves. You can read it. These are things in the scripture. You can't say because you are a woman, you should be completely useless to the man who has come to have you as a husband. That's wickedness. Women, we are known for increase and multiplication as our lifestyle. Even God himself said, he who finds a wife have found good thing and obtain favor from God. God is committed to increase you in marriage. So why are you jobless, senseless, unachieving? You don't want to do nothing. Your wife is not doing nothing. You are not doing nothing. Instead of you to do menial jobs, you start selecting the ones you will do. Have you seen poor people that are proud? Somebody can even give you opportunity to work no matter how little, even if that person is insulting you. As long as you will have dignified money to pay your children's school fees, as long as you will have dignified money to take care of your own personal need and your family need in collaboration with your husband and your wife together, it makes sense to do it. I remember when I entered Kenya, I could not stay. Even when I was in Mauritius, I could not stay. I was in Mauritius, I could not even stay 1 month. I had already opened a company. Because I know the complication to be a housewife when your husband is working. It is a crazy pressure you are putting on that man. Your husband is working, he cares for the bills, he cares for everything. He's suffering 24 hours of the day or 12 hours of the day. You wake up, you sleep, you eat, you gossip, you watch movie, you watch this. No, that is a parasite and should not be cited in marriage. It should not. Both of you should be mature. You as a man who has carried a man. Imagine you are carrying a very big woman. Some women are bigger than the other. Some women are more than 150 kg. Some are even wearing 3 pounds, 300 pounds. And you are carrying such heavy load and you are sitting in the house. No business plan, no handwork, no strategic movement. You are just nothing than begging for money from your relatives. Okay. Your children are out there being raised by other men. The women carrying your seed has to labor with another man to feed your own child. And you are talking about curses. What better curse can be that? Do you know that every time a child remembers that they have been abandoned by their father, the heaven and earth shake against that man? Or a woman who runs away and leaves his own children to be on the street, hand to hand, abandoning her husband and not even supporting in the well-being of her own children. Do you know every time those children lift up their voice in pain, heaven and earth will bear witness against you because your blood runs in their vein? Some children for more than 10, 15 years or even exceedingly more has never seen their own parent or father to come and tell them, how are you, my son? How are you, my daughter? I love you. What? And they never prayed for you to give birth to them. Irresponsibility of couples. Don't practice what you cannot sustain. And I don't know why some women, I don't know, maybe that one will be another teaching. Because some women, your husband is broke, you are broke, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 children. Are you normal? There is family clinic, there is family planning, there is family, these things are there for free. You are having children when there is no money to take care of them. Your children are suffering and you are keeping opening your leg. Why can't you cut off what you have and throw it away? If that would keep bringing pain into your family. It is better to be a very, like a man or a woman. Be a mama burger is even better. It's better. Be a washer, be a cleaner, be a house girl. but must do something. It is painful that women are doing this for most men. I see these things here. I know some of my daughters who literally pays their own children's school fees, who literally ensure that their child has a life or has his life. Some have done it for many years, donkey of years and decades of years. But tomorrow, if that child becomes a future success, even the said family of the man or the woman will appear with speed to claim superiority over that child. May God give us. May God help us. May God help us. Let me proceed. Let it not look like I'm fighting. But irresponsibility of financial provision is a cancer. It kills every love that exists before marriage and in marriage. It is difficult. You see, if you are the one providing, you feel the pain when the other is not providing. Sometimes you can be overwhelmed and you don't know how to express your overwhelmedness so that it will not look like you are being mean or wicked. If it is the other side, they might not understand what it means to provide consistently with no interruption, single-handedly. So I pray that every responsible couples will plan within their own mindset. Sit down, come up with something. With nothing, you can generate something. Let people use their brain. I gave my story even in Kenya here. I used my last coin to start something that can produce profit so that I will not finish what I have. You can inconvenience yourself to be useful. And you see, there are some men who are also very irresponsible. Their wife will get money, they will drink with it. Their wife will get money, they will send it to their relatives. Their wife will get money, they will use it for themselves and selfish needs. They are not ready to get it, but they steal from their wife to do those things that are irrelevant to the family, even in their growth and academic of the children. And there are some women likewise, they steal from their man's income to better their own extended families. These are wickedness that is practiced in our marital life. That's why it is failing. That's why it is cracking. That's why it does not have balance. That's why it does not have beauty. People are suffocating. Any man, any woman, before you enter marriage, find out what you should do that can sustain you as a man, that can sustain you as a woman. If you are already in marriage, wake up, put on your shoe, put on your seat belt, take a flight, and go find destiny. Marriage is not destiny. Marriage is just part of destiny. It's not an achievement. It is not an achievement. I am married is not an achievement. I am married is not success. It is part of success and part of achievement. Not all of it. It is not an achievement. So you must have your life. What is your vision? What is your personal opinion about life? Run with your own vision. Run with your own mindset. Be something in marriage and even before marriage. And you will be happy that you are in marriage. Number 3, when you don't understand the sexual game, your marriage can fail. When you don't understand the sexual game, there is sexual game in marriage that many people don't understand. Majorly Christians, there is sexual game. If you don't know how to play your sexual game, if you are a woman or you are a man, your marriage will suffer. This one is more cancerous than money itself. This one, this money game, this sexual game is more dangerous than lack of money. A woman can even live with a man who cannot provide financially. But it is very difficult for a woman to live with a man who cannot sustain their sexual appetite. Or for a man to live with a woman peacefully who cannot sustain their sexual appetite. It has become a very serious issue to talk about. That sexual game is something very important for the success of a marriage. Neglecting this truth will not change this fact, and we keep putting tears in the eyes of the children of God because we are not listening to the body and the hormonal needs that our spouse are needing. Your wife needs sexual commitment. Your husband needs sexual commitment. It is a sexual game created by God in his own divine wisdom. And it has to be practiced with a lot of knowledge in it. That's why side chick is siding your man. Side chick is covering your man. Side boys are covering your women. Because you are not giving the affection that is required. You are not giving the attention. You are not giving the game the way it should be given. You don't care about your spouse's sexual need. You throw yourself like, oh, it doesn't matter. Is it food? I heard that languages. It is food of the marriage, 100% ugali, 100% chapati, 100% any kind of delicious meal you can put together. That is what sexual gain represents in marriage. So it is actually a food, and it has to come as a balanced diet. I'm the one saying it. Yes. Most women are not happy. They are not. Because they are not being handled. Most men are not happy because their women are also over-righteous. There is a character of sex in the inner house that makes you a wife. And there is a character that makes you a mother. You cannot take the mother character to the bedroom. It doesn't prosper. You cannot be shy with a man you voluntarily choose to marry. There is nothing hidden that should be hidden. Nothing. It is exploring, discovering, adventuring, and everything that you can think of. There is nothing wrong learning how to do sex as a married woman. There is nothing wrong learning how to do sex as a married man. If you don't learn it, somebody who have learned will take your man from you. There are women who can handle a man. Even sometimes when I'm doing prophecy, I see some women, the way they manage a man, even me, I get challenged. They know everything that is required to put a man in the mood. They don't need to jumpstart him like a generator of a heavy duty. They know the rudiment and the signs and wonder to put in place. And that man will be screaming from the office back home as if he's been bewitched. Sexual game is part of God's wisdom to ensure that your marriage is pleasurable, enjoyable, delicious, and sustainable. Not knowing how to play it because you are a pastor, a man of God, a righteous brother, speaking in tongues brother. We women, we don't want your tongue in the bedroom to speak for us in tongues. We want to speak in tongues on your behalf. Okay, let me shut up. let me not talk too much on that, because I can take it as another topic on its own, so that I can give an elaborate understanding. But I know women, you understand where I'm coming from, and I know men, you understand where I'm coming from. The unmarried ones is the one I am praying. They are not just thinking that they are going to enter home and start asking the man, is this food? What is it? You can't, all those languages you see, it's not going to work. You either prepare yourself and be serious to enter, or don't even go and be a burden to someone who is serious already. May God help us. Number 4, when you have a wrong partner, you mistakenly choose a wrong partner. This one is very dangerous. You have a vision. Instead of you to make a choice that will be supportive in your vision, you go and choose somebody who is visionless. Somebody who his mindset cannot travel beyond the perimeter of his environment. Marrying a wrong person who is not mature and you are mature is a setback and a destroyer in marriage. You need to marry a like-minded person, somebody who has a reasonable reason. This thing I'm telling you, you will enter and be very frustrated. Because you will realize if you marry somebody who cannot understand your communication, you are going to be very worried. Because every time you try to communicate responsibly, this person will be saying things that will make you ask yourself, what is going on here? Remember, communication is never effective until there is a proper listening. And for you to know that there is a proper listening, changes must be visible. If you marry a wrong person who is not going where you are going, you will be drained and full of regret, pain, and it might be too late. So you either live by it or face the humiliation of walking out and allow people to talk and yet enjoy your freedom afterwards. So it is very important that before you walk into that marriage, don't use physical appearance. Don't use a lustful appetite. Don't listen to siblings' language to swindle you. No. Sit down and count your cost. Very many women and very many men are paying dearly for hurriedly marrying someone who is not going their direction. Your vision can be thwarted. Your career can be disabled. Your spiritual life can be disorganized by staying with a wrong partner. They will ensure you go down as they go with you. That's the painful part of it. They are not saving you, neither are they saving themselves. They have the attitude of, I don't care. Because they don't have anything to lose. They feel their only desire is to destroy you. When somebody does not have their own ambition or vision, you become their target. So you must be sure that that man is the right man. That woman is the right woman. By measuring your vision with their vision. Although people can give you vision before marriage and never run with it after marriage. So be very mindful so that you will not end up in error. It is painful to start afresh. It is painful to discover in the middle of a marriage that you are alone with the wrong person. You will be denied sweetness, because when you are with the right person, you feel sweetness. you feel beautiful, you feel enjoyable, you feel a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of expectation is really rebuilt or rebranded, nourished himself in you. So don't make a mistake. Watch carefully. Be laughed at, but enter when your mind is sober and you are good to go for good. At least enjoy the marriage before you endure it. A wrong partner will not even allow you to enjoy. You start having problems less than 1 year, less than 2 years. It is already a prayer of God. How did I get to this place? How did I make this terrible mistake? I should have chosen the first man that came. I should have. May that not be your portion. I pray for you. Number 5, reason why marriages are failing. When God is not involved in your marriage, it is difficult to sustain that marriage. For every successful marriage, there must be God involvement in it. 2 of you must choose a religion that you have to be worshiping religiously. Because when you choose a religion where you will worship, it will help to shape in your relationship and the act that is going to be in that relationship. There is no way you are not going to have God in your marriage and think it will prosper or blossom. You need God to forgive your partner. You need God to tolerate your partner. You need God to get revelational understanding of what your partner is actually going through or trying to communicate with you. The moment God was taken out of equation in the Garden of Eden and they made their personal decision, they lost their peace and beauty in their marriage. So never remove God in it. There are times your spouse can do some terrible things and you feel so disgusted and irritated. And you feel like at that point in time, calling it a quit and throwing away the towel. Go back on your knees and ask God, what is this? Let him tell you by interpretation what it is. If after God has spoken to you and you still find it not relevant to forgive, that's when you can now say, I have been justified because I now know. God is the best friend. God is the best interpreter of a marriage that is sustained. Your friends might be so emotionally attached to you that they can feel your pain and give you an advice based on your pain they are feeling. So after you have poured your emotion with your friends and you have sympathized with them, they have sympathized with you, please go on your knees and say, God, what should I do? What is this? I am drained. I am exhausted. I am irritated. I feel like fighting. I feel like throwing the towel. God, what should I do? He will enable you if there is need for enablement. He will strengthen or refresh you, depending on what you need to still continue the journey, is what God will give to you if you make him to be part of it. Many people who are in marriage, who have heard God faithfully, who have stood with God inside of their marriage, I can assure you, this is the reason why they are still there. Not because they don't have alternative, but God has told them, in as much as it looks ugly, sojourn in this place. They are there by godly advice. Is God in your marriage? Does your children know that you serve God? Does your wife or your husband, can he say, my wife is a Christian genuinely? In your society, are you recognized as a family of a good Christian? You need God's presence to make your marriage solidified. You need it. If your husband has a heart of God, there is a kind of wickedness he cannot practice against you. if your wife have a heart of God, there is a kind of wickedness she cannot practice against you. If your husband or your wife is close to God, they might never kill you by poisoning you or framing you or doing some things that is so inhuman to be done to anyone. So you need the two of you to have a godly character, a heart that has been transformed, for you to be sure that he won't wake up one day and look at you on the bed and decide to strangle you to death. That he won't wake up one day, or she won't wake up one day and say, since you have too much money, I kill you and I take your money. She won't wake up and say, I rather do this and do that, or he do this and do that. You need God's presence in the heart of your husband, in the heart of your wife, so that in their meditation, they can reflect on their character and attitude and make a better decision that will be a blessing to the family. In my last conclusive point of reason why marriage is failing is family manipulations. Family manipulations. Families are manipulating our marriage. Family input. They are dragging the woman, they are dragging the man, they are dragging everything. They are saying, no, she's not what we want, he's what we want. Are you the one having the woman? Is it you that is the man marrying the woman? I don't like her because I don't like her. My brother will not marry her. Are you your brother? If you like fat woman and your brother like a stick, why are you complaining of his stick? Is it not his stick? Let him take the 1 GB and do whatever he wants to do with it. Family interference and manipulative roles kills marriage. Some family, because you are married to a well-to-do man, they will bring every budget to you. You will keep taking your husband's money until your husband will get worried and throw you out of the house. Family manipulative. You must be very sure to have your own voice and your own say if you want to have a healthy marriage. Your family should not just wake up and give an order and that order becomes a law in your own home while you have a wife or you have a husband that is not related to you by blood. They should not sit in their homes and decide what happened in your marital home. It's wrong. It's wrong, especially when their opinion is not even requested. You can seek an opinion from your family, not when their opinion is not in need, and they forcefully render that opinion and still want it to be a law in your own home. No. There should be no interference of all your family or his family in your marriage. It is you and you that knows the shoe and knows your size and know which one will pain you. And your immediate family comes first the moment you enter into marriage. As you are going to extend your kindness to your family, your immediate family is a priority. That's the fact of truth. If you don't take good measure to protect your marriage from family manipulation, your family will destroy the marriage, and when you return home, they will call you names and you will be surprised. So please, shine your eyes like mine. Put family where they should be. Put husband or your wife where they should be. Even your children has no full right to interfere in your marriage with their father or their mother. Your responsibility to your children is to co-parent adequately, providing financial, providing emotional, providing mental balance, and also socializing. Whether your husband and you are doing anything, it's none of your children's business. Not to talk of your own extended family. It is only when they are being consulted, their opinion might be considered relevant to the renewing or to the reestablishing of your marital responsibility. So be wise to know what your mother is telling you might be your mother's opinion that your father is conversant and convenient with. Your man might not be your own father. Your father might like to eat food at 6 a.m. Does not mean your own husband will like to eat food at 6 a.m. So if your mother tells you you must give the man food at 6 a.m. and your man eats by 12, he doesn't take breakfast, don't force the man to eat by 6 because your mother has made it a law that you have to. No. It is what your husband wants is what he gets. Don't duplicate the life of your father to be the life of your husband by force without being choiced. People are different, and you shouldn't insist, oh, since you get married to me, you don't go to my father's house, we have to go there, what. If your husband wants to visit your parents, wisdom demands he should do that. You don't need to coerce him to do so. No. He should know that he's not married to a fool or a dog that does not have a family bloodline. He should know. A good man knows he didn't pick you on the street of Nairobi or on the street of anywhere in the world. If he's a good man and he has good responsibility kind of personality in him, he will even talk to your parents without your knowledge. It is when you talk to your parents, by the way, your husband called and greeted and checked on us. He even sent us something. Then the woman will be proud. Then the man will be proud. But if the relationship is soured, please build a boundary that can protect your home so that your family interference will not become the downfall of your marriage. May God give us wisdom in Jesus' name. I want to take questions by the help of God. Somebody is asking, Mama, after marriage, the man changed from that hard-working man to liability. How do you do? State it clearly to the man. Make him know that before marriage, you are working hard. Now you have decided to be a complete liability. If this continues like this, can you see the repercussion or the effect this can bring in this marriage? And are you comfortable with it? Clarification is very good, and discussion is very important. Sit down and bring to the mind of this man or this woman and tell them, if you stop working and stop being hardworking and choose to fold your hands and fold your legs, there is going to be an impact. That impact, will you be able to handle it? Will you be able to accommodate it? Because you see, when a man is not providing for his wife, insult is very easy to receive. And don't complain about the insult, because when you are not doing anything, you are frustrating the one that you are living with to do something too much. And that can bring you insult, whether consciously or unconsciously. The woman might not even be insulting you, but the mind has told you, because you are not contributing in any form, that you are going to be mistreated. Your conscience can even be your own torment. So sit down, tell the man, spell it out clearly, whether he likes it or he does not like it. Just tell him. You know you are becoming irresponsible by not being committed financially or supporting in this family. I hope you know the consequence that this, your action, can bring to you. And I pray you won't accuse me in future. Make it clear. And when you make it clear, if you get to a breaking point, you won't be blamed anymore. Okay, let's proceed. Mashede barado zikatola braziata. Am I missing the questions? Okay, I've got it. Mm-hmm. 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 Mama, what should a wife do if their spouse change his religion after marriage? That's a very big situation, especially if it is contradicting your belief. It is a very serious situation. When such thing happen, the best thing is to pray. Because imagine after you have married to a Christian man, he decides to be a Muslim. And you see now, your children will also be confused by that two religion. Because there are some difference in our worship that actually might make you uncomfortable in his new practice. So the best thing to do at that point is to really pray. Pray that if it's a strategy the enemy wants to use, pray about it. If you pray and God tells you to allow it for renown, then you will have a voice to say, God is in it and it will come true for you. But it is a serious situation. It's not easy, especially if that man becomes forceful that you should join him in that religion. It's a tragedy, to be frank. May God not help us to see such thing. Mama, why does the devil fight marriage so much? Because a healthy marriage builds a healthy society. A healthy marriage will bring a healthy mind. A healthy marriage will bring prosperity. A healthy marriage is blessed by God. A healthy marriage is the vision of God for our marriage. Devil knows if your marriage goes well, your children's future will be secured. And if your children's future will be secured, he is at risk of losing his manipulative game, seductive game. His game of tricks of deceit will be reduced. If a husband and wife is living a good life, you train your children to a good school, you take them, give them good opportunity, they won't be prostitutes, they won't be armed robbers, they won't go into promiscuity. Do you know this gay we are talking today? There are people who are gay by choice because it's paying well now. They are paying them good money to be gays. So they choose to be gays not because they want. They actually love women. But now, for money's sake, they do gay part-time and the other area part-time. Okay, let me come out from there. May God help us. Mom, how can I delete myself from a failed marriage where everything is not working out? Deleting is the last option. It shouldn't be considered at all. When all measures have been put in place to try to redeem whatever that is responsible for the frustration, and the other partner proves uninterested. You see, you cannot carry a man for too long or a woman for too long. You cannot pet someone for too long. People do the things they do deliberately. So sometimes if they are doing it, if devil is the one doing them, they should fight the devil like you have fought the devil. So dealing with it in a way of freeing yourself is not a speedy decision. You should work beyond reasonable doubt, whereby you will be conscience satisfied that I have not betrayed this person, I have not misled this person, I did this for my own mental health. I tell people you can live marriage successfully for your mental health. I don't believe in walking out of marriage because of divorce. But mental health is a very strong reason for me to walk out of marriage if necessary. Why? If your mental health is destroyed, you might end up not making it to heaven. When somebody hurt you so much, you will develop a cold heart. And if your heart becomes so cold, you will become unforgiving, You will become a bitter person, a sad person. You will go into depression, and you will become a person with a kind of mental issue, because your case cannot be tangibly felt, but you are being destroyed internally, and anything around you will begin to be bad to you. So I can't take that risk. I can't allow, and I'm talking on personal level, I can't support anyone who is mentally abused, mentally humiliated, mentally harassed, mentally oppressed by their spouse to sit down and continue receiving it. No, unacceptable by our standard. But if it is maybe he's cheating, what, that's his problem. He will die alone. He will be accounted, but he cannot drag you into it. So working out of a relationship, it should be the last, what we call beyond reasonable doubt. You can confidently tell your children, this categorically, if you are in my shoe after this, would you do this? Then you have what we call conscience satisfaction, because your conscience should be satisfied on a good ground. If your conscience still have a place to manage, continue until you get to that point. You will know when you get to that point of can't take it. Those in marriage are crying. Those who have not entered into marriage are afraid of it. It's called life. That is life. People say marriage is an onion. You open it as you gnash your teeth. I cannot promise you that there is no marriage in this earth. There is no marriage on earth. Take it from me. Even if you see the husband and wife kiss themselves publicly, you see the man carry the woman, the woman carry the man. They are heavily anointed, spiritually filled. There is no marriage without one issue or the other. No one. No one. One, either your husband is pinching you or the wife is pinching them. Or your children is the one pinching the both of you. Or your family member. There is always something that makes you know that this marriage, it comes with a lot of responsibility. So don't think that anyone will come to you, even those who are serious marriage counselor. There are times in their home they wish they never married that man. There are times in their home life gets so tough and they feel pain of their own teaching. So please, you only take the level of painkiller your marriage can give to you. Whether you choose not to marry or you marry, you will still feel pain one way or the other. The men will eat and run if you refuse to settle with one. So it's a beautiful thing that God has created. The only thing I'm trying to say that we can make it more beautiful and more easier for both of us to cohabit by taking up the responsibility that protects the integrity and the relationship called marriage. That's the only way out. If we choose not to be responsible to one another, it won't work. And I started by saying, God is the one who instituted Adam and Eve, but they still fell out. That's how it is. Even if I choose a wife for you or I choose a husband for you, because I'm a prophetess, does not mean you people will not throw blow. You will even sit down and insult yourselves. Take it from me. It's a fact I have known and I have seen it. There is no escape from this. The only escape that can reduce the tension and the pressure is maturity in handling the issues. You must give yourself maximum respect and maintain boundaries. Respect boundaries. Respect each other's opinion and decision and keep it like that. Then you will be responsible for one another. Mama, why is dating the relationship seems to be sweet, but once enter marriage, it is not the same. You end up feeling like getting out. Yes, because dating is cosmetic. marriage is reality. You see, when a man is dating, if he's coming to visit you, he will buy you chips and chicken. When he's already married to you, he expects you to go and kill it yourself and cook. He's not going to be buying you chicken and chips every time. Even if he buys it, he will start remembering that he needs to take care of his children and other things. Men are hunter in nature. They are better when they are hunting you. They are relaxed when they have gotten their meat. So that also contributes to their character swerved. So when they swerve from hunting to relaxing, women tend to be frustrated because we want to continually get hunted, but men are not built like that. Men only hunt for a season. And that's why a man can go weary when they try, and you keep frustrating them. Even these days, men from 20-something to 30 years, they don't even hunt anymore. They just tell you hello. If you are not corresponding, they go to the next one. They are not ready to put pressure. They are not ready to tell you. In fact, one of my sons used to make us laugh. He says, if he tells you, I love you today, you should record it for the next 4 years. Why will he be telling you, I love you today, I love you tomorrow, I love you, I love you, I love you? Is it going to be singing it? They are so lazy. They can't sustain you with that hunting attitude. They don't have that ability because they also did not see it in anywhere during their own growing season. So men can't hunt for long. That's why I say sex is a game. If you want your man to continue hunting you, you must continue to be sexual. Because you attract a man by your appearance. A man can forget that you are his wife and you live with him. But when you dress beautifully and come out, he will just remember, wow, that's my woman. He will not realize that, whoa, I have to be there. That's why you see men, they don't care about you until you have another man. When they see another man is coming around you and that man is trying to play a role, they have neglected to pray. Suddenly, the hunting spirit comes. That's why most slave queens are better than gentle women in the home. Because gentle women, they are not challenging the men's ego. They are dressing with wrapper, they are dressing with lasso, wearing very dirty clothes. So the man is not noticing that anything is happening. But if you start making up, looking gorgeous, looking beautiful, the man hunting system will be revitalized. He will know that, well, I'm not the only one seeing, others are seeing. He will start offering, where are you going? I take you. Where are you going? God help us in Jesus' name. Are we still there? Mama, how do you handle a situation in marriage that the man is always influenced by his parents in every decision about your marriage? That's a boy. That's not a man. It's a boy. Take him back to the mother. It's a boy that mama tossed around. You have been cheated. You are carrying an old man physical body with a baby inside. It is a very tragic something because that man will never make you happy. We need men who are independent in their sense of reasoning, not babies in a man's body. May God help any woman with such kind of man. Mama, is there anything like me time in marriage? There is no me time, although it is good to have it. You know, sometimes you just get overburdened, especially if the marriage is categorized with drama. It's so dramatic, so draining, so stressing, and you get to a point whereby you start feeling exhausted. You can choose to talk to your spouse, go out there and flush your mind and come back. Or two of you go flush your mind. Most times when you have your me time in a wrong place, remember you are a wounded heart. And that meantime, you might go have it in a place where you will meet someone who can feel your wound and heal it with you. So you might end up compromising some things. So I think the best kind of me time is sitting down and speaking things out. Then if two of you feel like there is need for both of you to travel and fix things, then you do it together. Doing me time alone is not easy, especially if you have to go a place where you might be spotted by someone who might be better than your man. My truth. Mama, what should wife do if the husband forcefully bring a co-wife to the marriage? Allow him to marry now. If you bring a co-wife, as long as he takes care of your responsibility, and you people do the medical test that is required for the two of you, you cannot fight him because he brings a co-wife. If he brings a co-wife and he did not tell you to get out, allow him. My opinion. If he has enough money, talk to him nicely to buy you a house so that you can move out. If he wants to look for you, he can come to that house to avoid confrontation of the other woman, because some women are extreme. They can make you feel worthless and demoralize your mental state. So for you not to be tortured in that manner, it would be good if the man has the money to get you a house, even if it's a rented house. Even if they have to take the woman to that rented house, let there be separation to avoid insults and injury that is capable of damaging you as a person. His enjoyment should not damage you. Because you want to enjoy a new wife should not make me to be damaged. If you are saying stay, but I have a new wife, it's okay. I will stay, but give me all I need to stay healthy. If I can't get what I need to stay healthy, I won't stay. That's Justina talking. I don't know about your opinion. Biblically, I did not see anybody who God flogged for bringing a wife or adding a wife. I did not see. I did not see. Except if you see, you send me the scripture. Ma, how do you handle different sex drives in marriage? Before you get married, the moment you start planning marriage, start learning sexual games. This mama and papa style is old model. It's no longer working. People are passing through behind you. You are still doing modern papa style. It doesn't work. It will kill you. By the way, these days, people are heavy. Who want to lie upon heavy people like that? There are many things that are now happening sexually. Be sexually diversified. It is not wrong. It is not sin. Show me where it is in the Bible where they tell you that your sex should be in this horizontal or vertical or circle. I don't know. Show me. Show me. God who created this thing was not stupid though. He said, go and dominate. Oh, everything is dominatable. It is us who is being over spiritual. Allow your spouse, if you are unfortunate to have a very serious or overactive spouse on sex, you have to up your game. Tell yourself, if our showers are surviving 10 men a day, God should help you. If your woman, pray. Eat good food. If this thing you need blood, eat food. Eat good things to give you blood. Spinach is very cheap. It gives blood. Eat it. But for you to go below standard of a sexual requirement in your marriage, you are a joker. That marriage will frustrate you. The mental torture you will have for going short sexual-wise, whether man or woman, is enough for you to buy vegetable and eat and play your roles. May God help us. It's not everybody that is lucky to have a good man who is not sexually overdrived, or a man who is not, a woman who is not sexually over demanding. But these things destroy marriage if it is not well handled. So we must be wise. Mama, how can one handle the different phases of marriage, especially phase where you are learning the truth color of your partner and there is too much quarrel? It's called welcome to the game called marriage. That's how it starts. Marriage is full of people. That's why you see, if you meet a husband, he tells you, my wife is this, my wife is that. You meet a wife, he tells you, my husband is this, 6 months later, the wife is pregnant. They are always fighting. They are like enemies in one house. It's very, 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 very unfortunate that this happens, but it is the truth. You deal with the face. You see, one of the things that makes us to be surprised in marriage is falling in love before discovering. You fall in love before you know the person you are falling in love with. It's very dangerous. Because sometimes when you fall in love, you suffer in that love because you don't want to detach from that love. But your strongest power to detach is your Savior. So that's where many of us are suffering, because you fell in love before knowing. And that's why if you look at me, I always tell people, take your time. I'm never rushing anything maritally in my own kind of marital organization or preparation. I tell people, take your time, try to know yourself, try to know 1 month, 2 months. Hey, the person can be pretending. Wait until they relax. She will show you who she is. He will show you who he is. What will you do at that time? That is the time you will start identifying your problem. And if you want to proceed, look if there is a solution. Now, if there is no solution, you have to call yourself a serious meeting and get counsels. Share what you have observed. Deal with it. Get counsels, because that will help you to know if this is changeable or not. And if it's not changeable, you also devise a means to deal with it in a way that you will not suffocate yourself and die. Let me tell you, I say this as I close. Your mental ability to stay mentally healthy should be one priority you should not joke about. Anyone who drives you nuts, anyone who drives you crazy, anyone who takes away your personality from you is capable of killing you. They don't need to slap you for them to show you that they are violent. Their attitude and reaction is enough slap. Somebody who can openly disrespect you and openly bring you down and openly treat you, whether in the press, I don't know how to explain it. But whatever that is happening, if it begins to affect your mental health, you are getting into a very bad, toxic marriage. It is good you start thinking of if there is a way out. If there is no way out to deal with those reactions and actions, you need to seek God's help so that you will know how to escape, because you are already falling into a pit that is created by your own spouse, not an outsider. People's action and people's reaction can demoralize the children, can destroy the marital value, can bring hatred and resentment. Because I don't get it. How you slap me in the morning and show me love at night. That is manipulative measure. It is very disgusting. So it is the time to be sober, reflect deeply, and understand that marriage is not a game of 2 days. It is a deep game, especially when children are involved. Pray that your spouse will be mature and reasonable enough to rethink their actions and reactions and come up with a better method on how two of you can cohabit together. If not for the sake of your harmony, for the sake of the children's safety, for their better future. May God help us, give us the strength to conquer and overcome in everything we do. Don't forget tomorrow's service, rescue service. Come, let's worship God together. And I believe your life will be transformed. God bless you. Shalom, shalom, shalom.